South African Breweries is looking to introduce a mandatory vaccination policy for employees across its operations. SAB will be among several large South African companies to implement vaccine mandates. For more on this, we're joined by SAB's Lucia Swartz, and she joins us now to talk more about this. So why is it a consultation and not yet being confirmed?
We did think about this very hard. And because of the nature of our workforce and the nature of our industry, we believe that it's important for us to consult all employees on the best way for us to implement a mandatory vaccination policy in the company. So we want to engage all employees as well as employee representatives so that we can find an appropriate solution for our workplace.
Right, and how far have you come in that consultation process? Have you got a broad sense of when a final decision will be made?
Well, just to explain, we've really just begun the process. So people are still trickling back to work, having been on vacation. So we intend to start the consultation in the very near future, probably by mid-January, when most people are back in the workplace. And it will probably take the best part of 4 to 6 weeks, but that really will cover all our work sites and all employees in South Africa.
Yeah, Lucia, why is it that this decision to start a consultation process not done earlier? We've seen vaccines have been in the country for quite some time now, and of course there's been a rampant drive by government to get as many people vaccinated as possible. Is there any reason that this didn't start a little bit earlier?
Well, we introduced workplace vaccinations and in fact hosted 25 sites. And we have been very successful. So we have had a mixed response. We have some sites that have up to 80% employees vaccinated. And then we have some sites that are in the early double-digit numbers. So what we want to do on average, we've realized that we need to do something to ramp up the overall number of vaccinations in the organization. And this is one way of doing that.
Right, and of course it's a very, very sensitive time for corporates and employees because navigating all the legalities around it will be very difficult. And I'm just wondering, on SAB's part, how will you deal with those that choose not to get vaccinated, whether it be for health reasons or just this idea where they are skeptical about vaccines? There are other companies where they've indicated that they'll have discussions with their employees and not really retrenchments and things like that, but there will be discussions with them. What approach will SAB be taking here?
It's still too early to say, because what we are hoping is that as part of the consultation process and the engagement of employees, we will get to be able to discuss the approach that we will take in those instances where we have vaccination hesitancy or where someone has a valid reason for why they do not want to be vaccinated.
Right, and then just a final thought from you. Could you give us a sense of how much of your workforce has already been vaccinated?
We are at about 50% at this point.